For a lot of Florida fans, the swamp is considered a second home. But for some, the swamp is more like a sanctuary.
When I came here, it made me feel safe. I was around other people, and I just felt like somebody there was with me, and I felt like I mattered.
Stephanie is one of over 111,000 victims of domestic violence in Florida for 2011. She is one of an estimated 1.3 million people each year nationally who are physically assaulted by someone they hold close. But for her, it was an apartment lease that made her feel unsafe. In less than a year of moving in with her former boyfriend, Stephanie became a victim of emotional and physical violence.
I started questioning whether or not I should be staying here because everybody else was saying I needed to get out.
And in March of 2012, he was arrested when she called the police after he became physically violent.
He pushed me so hard into the door, it cut my foot open. And I looked down and I was bleeding, and I was in shock. And I said, "Look what you did to me." And he kind of just left.
Something that not every victim does the first time someone close to them physically hurts them.
They don't feel that they can leave the situation because just fears of being supported, fears of where am I going to live.
But after his arrest, she still didn't feel safe because he knew where she lived. After 2 months of trying to get out of her lease with Sunbay Apartments, she says her former boyfriend agreed to pay for the rest of the lease if she dropped the charges against him. Behind me is where the victim used to live, where the attacker still lives, and where the victim is still trying to get out of her lease. For victims who feel like the need to break a lease in Florida, they currently have some help.
If you petition or ask the Victims' Compensation Fund for assistance, that may soften the blow, and you can seek the compensation through that to pay for the lease at your new location as well as your old location.
But Stephanie feels under this situation, you should be able to break a lease. She is working with a sponsor to hopefully pass a law next year that helps victims in the state of Florida get out of a lease for these reasons.
Just having the security that they don't know where you are, you can leave the apartment and not be held accountable for the eviction is a good feeling, because you can leave all that stuff behind you and feel safe again.
Despite still fearing for her life sometimes, Stephanie is happier and feels more confident. A feeling not all victims are lucky enough to experience. Juliana, Valencia, WUFT News.